live up here?
leering look that you're giving me.
Why do we live up here? This weather blows up. Like, why do we live up here? Why? God, this state blows. Why did we buy this house? Why didn't we do any of the things we did? Jesus. Oh my goodness. I will say this one thing. You know what I do appreciate? And I don't appreciate, like, nurses or lesbian poets getting involved in what law enforcement is doing. But you know what's damn American and happened yesterday that I do appreciate?
What's that?
What's damn American and what I do appreciate yesterday was heading into Groveland, Massachusetts. Pickup truck is driving in my direction. He flashes his lights as if to tell me there's a cop around the corner. Get around the corner and there's a cop hiding right there. I had slowed down. I appreciate that. That's damn American. That's damn American.
Weren't they kind of obstructing law enforcement, though?
We're working clandestinely as a team, which resulted in me driving slower. So he affected my driving. So let me tell you something else.
Mm-hmm.
As you know.
Yes.
Oh, there's Alice. To your pretty picture I tweeted out there that was approved by you, which I don't think is a great picture, but fine.
I didn't love it. I said okay, fine. It wasn't as hideous as most of the pictures you take.
Christy
of me.
Talmadge says, "Hi, how's life? You in Alice's corner of the world. Everything's chugging along over here. That's Connecticut. Life is chugging along for us too." Christy Talmadge, good name by the way, Christy. She's good people. She's done all sorts of stuff in Connecticut. What I do want to bring up is the mob. So, as we discussed, the ICE guy lives near us. And some people decided on social media from towns near us, and somebody must have dimed him out. Somebody who we may mention all the time as being just on the edge of cracking, decided to essentially dox this guy, the ICE guy, Todd Lyons. And now the Twitter mob, world mob, has chased him away, and he's just gone.
The person who was doing the doxing is now gone.
That's the guy who's our friend of our family, like who's our friend, you know.
Yeah.
So,
in happier times, yeah.
I still consider him. I mean, I just think he's on the lam now. And then there's a woman next door in Groveland, as a matter of fact, where me and a friend worked together to evade law enforcement. And this woman's in her 70s or something, and she also said, "Oh, guess what? He lives in West Newbury, this guy Todd Lyons, and this is the..."
She posted a street.
She posted a street, right? But you know, the world, and I've had people like do this, some Minifans, whatever, who are like, who a couple of them thought they were very clever, like, this you, and they have like our address there, and like show them, like, everybody can just Google it where everybody lives. It's nobody. It's not clever.
Yeah, well, and especially us, we've taken 0 steps to like hide our identities online.
Yeah, but
like I assume Todd Lyons probably has done some scrubbing, right?
I don't know.
Like
I don't
if
know.
you work for the Trump administration, just to be safe.
I don't know, but anyway, this whole bunch of people, this has now gone on to Twitter now, and they say this lady of West Newbury, Massachusetts, enjoys spending her free time doxing the families of ICE agents, including the director and his wife with kids. Let's remind this Karen that the internet works both ways. Apparently, all of these boosters have gone to her head because she's
got the I got the COVID vaccine profile picture.
Exactly.
So
internet sleuths, do your thing, says this person. Make her famous, and let's continue to bring U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement support. I'm for supporting them. 1,000 people have now posted all her pictures. She's too old and too slow to take the stuff down. Posted her cell phone number, her home phone number, and her address and all this stuff. And they're like, let's be ashamed if we all called her tonight. So I said to them, because I feel that I'm here, and I feel like we know a bunch of people like this who have lost their minds when they get on the Facebook. So I said to the mob who CC'd me, I said, guys, don't terrorize this lady. I'm sure she gets the message. A lot of friends and neighbors are not dealing with the reality too well. They're in a bad place, and we should not harass them. Show a little grace. I did not get a positive feedback for that.
I bet not.
No. This lady wouldn't think twice about ruining someone else's life or putting them in danger. Shining a light on that is not terrorism. They don't get the message. They double down. Conservatives deserve to know that people want them dead. You sound worried about rich neighborhoods.
I mean,
that's one of the nicer ones. Mostly it's F no, F you, cop, cuck.
I mean, it is true that those people would not shed a tear about your cell phone number being posted on the internet to people who hate you.
What?
Like these people who the Blue Lives Matter crowd is going after now, they wouldn't care if that happened to you.
No.
And they would feel it was deserved. I mean, they wouldn't really probably care if you got Charlie Kirked, right?
Some of them. Oh yeah, some of the people in the last 48 hours who I've seen are definitely Nazi. You're next to become like they're obviously they have made
yeah.
they've
so,
made the transition.
I mean, I guess that's the point. Is like yes, you can show a little grace to people who are discovering, as that lovely commenter put it, that the internet works both ways. And that you can dox Todd Lyons, but then other people dox you, and that this is like once we start playing this stupid game, everybody's day is ruined. But like, so you can show the grace, but they wouldn't show grace to you. Like just as long as you know that.
Yeah, I guess.
And I think that's like why conservatives are sensitive about this and don't feel like showing grace, because they just watch these people all laugh and cheer when Charlie Kirk got shot to death, doing, by the way, absolutely nothing. Charlie Kirk is not a fair comparison to Renee Good or to Alex Preddy. Whether or not you think that Renee Good and Alex Preddy technically like deserved it or that it could have been avoided or whatever. I mean, I'm not even sure on the Alex Preddy one where I land on like how justified the actual shooting was or not. And I think we don't quite have enough information there to say definitively. But Charlie Kirk is not the same situation because Charlie Kirk was not impeding a law enforcement investigation.
No.
And now it's come out that Alex Preddy also had a rib broken interfering with law enforcement and was already on their radar, and they had his name a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
Now leftists are using that to say that like that he was like targeted by law enforcement, but they didn't like show up at his house and shoot him.
Well, they wanted to make it like that they did. In that's why it was, he was helping a girl. Is it okay if a guy helps a woman who's hurt, who gets thrown to the ground?
She was just randomly attacked by masked thugs.
But he wasn't. And he's
to...
ID'd in all these signal coordinated mobilization efforts that these Antifa people are doing. He was all part of it. They all thought they were paramilitary people. He was never, it was always about harassing these people, getting involved. And so he got involved on several occasions. I get the feeling that a lot of the stuff we know about this guy is exactly what we know about this guy. But much like the woman in Groveland, I don't think that she saw this coming. I think about somebody like my mother's age. Like, I don't think that she would have any idea that this was a possibility.
I mean, I think a lot of leftists who are parroting this stuff and making signs and showing up at protests and doing this stuff, I think they have literally not put together any of the implications of the stuff that they're saying at all.
Well, that I agree with. And I do think it's funny because the whole mob mentality of theirs has us so dehumanized that they're calling us Nazis, but you needed people complicit or in denial living around those camps in order to have those camps thrive without somebody batting an eye and saying, where are all these people going who are getting trained in every day? And which is what you needed. And so, I think it's more parallel to what they're doing. I do worry about it. But also, as far as the Preddy thing goes, just stop it. Just stop it. I was thinking the other day about like telling the story. Let's say I have a friend who said my friend unfortunately went to a Patriots game or got in a tussle and he was crippled and he's been in a wheelchair ever since, and like that sounds terrible, and in having a problem with that, and then leaving out the fact that he ran onto the field and a linebacker and a cop both sandwiched him, and like that's important context because the moment you run out of the field, the entire structure of the reality is now changed.
Right.
You're no longer, you're one culturally fair game. now. And like you're no longer, all of your excuses are gone. You've now written, in much like Preddy did, the moment you involve yourself, the moment you start directing traffic, you're supposed to get shot for directing traffic. The moment you put yourself in between an agent and a woman, you're supposed to get shot for helping a woman. No, but the moment you've done that, then you've signed a disclaimer saying you are no longer a non-combatant. You are somebody who's in there, in it to win it, in a possible threat. And even though this guy seems to have been looking at this guy, for all the pictures we have so far, I do not think he was intimidating. I think that's why he put the tactical gear on and the sunglasses and his camo whistle and did all the things probably to help himself out there. I get the feeling, and it's just a notion that I have. I get the feeling that probably we'll see more pictures of him that will tell us probably that he was not probably a brutal person. At least in the way that we would assume a wife-beating guy was. I bet you he never did that. So anyway, but I mean, how far do you do it now? So does everybody blow everybody up on Facebook? I mean, do they have it coming? Do these boomers who are in Groveland, who are making these signs and calling ICE Nazis, do they have everything coming to them?
Can somebody just like take away their phones? Like people take away grandpa's car keys, like remove their access to Facebook. That's like what's needed here. They just need to be like, they need to have their social media taken away.
Well, but also,
and
Alice,
their MSNBC.
There's not one. You're right. That's the problem. Is that on MSNBC, there's not one person telling them that they're wrong about this, other than John Fetterman. But he likes Jews, so we don't have to like him anymore.
Yeah.
So there's nobody telling them at all. Like nobody. Anyway, there's not any elected Democrat in the country. We're going to be doing. I'm going to jump on after we're done with the burn barrel onto the state address by Janet Mills, the governor of Maine. And we all expect that she's going to be talking about ICE the entire time. You know, she's going for Susan Collins' Senate seat, and Susan Collins today enthusiastically said that she's going to fund ICE. Well, what do you think Janet Mills is going to spend her entire speech doing? Nazis, ICE, Trump, Collins, Nazis, ICE, Trump. These people, the Democrats are so freaking crazy, they won't give it up for 1 second. Just give up the game for 1 second so people can stop dying in the street. They won't. They can't. Some of them, I think, maybe also believe it. Some are just psychotics. I mean, I go on and on about this freak show mayor and governor in Minnesota. But they're playing this game up here, too. Like Stephen, the Irish guy, Congressman boss, Stephen Lynch. Mm-hmm. He's not supposed to be this craven to play this game, but he's playing it because it's politically advantageous. And if you grew up a vicious Massachusetts Democrat, you know you leave nothing on the table. You stab with whatever you have. Doesn't matter what it does to the discourse socially. Doesn't matter. Just stab away. And that's why these people are freaking... It's gross. And that's why, like... That makes me want to... Like, the more I'm talking, the more I wonder, should I just say, F it? Yeah, let's just destroy the reputations of everybody who's not thought to be social media bulletproofed. You know, at this point, I think, for the most part, guys my age, the boys who are in the thread, mm-hmm. I'm in 2 threads now. I'm in the main thread, MAINE, mm-hmm. with Be a Man Guy and some of the other dudes from Maine. And I'm in the other thread, Tommy, Steve, Tim in New Hampshire.
Tommy in New Hampshire. Tim
Canton. Timmy Canton's in every thread of everybody's everywhere because he's popular. And I think that everybody on those threads could just do just fine if the world's social media ganged up on them because they've spent lives like working for a living and like doing real stuff and like whatever. But I don't think that everybody
copes
can.
well with that.
No,
yeah.
and like I have an employer now who like Steve Robinson. in the main wire, I don't even know what I would have to do for them to. If somebody said you better cancel Tom Shattuck right now because he's suggesting that Tim Walz might have a marriage that's not credible, they didn't do anything. Like this is like it's an iron guard where I am now. Like this is you have messed with the wrong people. Anything. Steve himself is an extremist. There's no like people have no idea. So like some people shouldn't be doing this. Is I guess what I'm saying. You shouldn't be doing this. It's like if you want to heckle a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
One, if there's a chance you're better than the comedian, then go ahead and do it. There's almost no chance that that's ever true. But if you are going to do it, expect that this comedian who's been working out by doing jokes is going to devastate you with everything he has. And so you need to be at least strong enough to absorb that and be okay. If not, then fucking sit down.
Well, right. But that's the problem is that not only do we have a bunch of people who like can't handle social media pushback, but there are now a bunch of people, thanks to Democrat politicians, running around in the streets thinking that they have what it takes to resist, quote unquote, federal law enforcement and certainly aren't able to handle physical altercations with government police forces. Right. You know, that's what's crazy to me. Like, I don't know if these people have like read or watched anything about any history whatsoever, but you would think with all the time they spend throwing around the like Nazi stuff and the resist fascism stuff and all these things that they would have put a little effort into understanding, you know, what resisting fascism actually entails, and that's not a function purely of fascist regimes, you know, that when you interfere with police forces, things can get very dangerous and violent. That when you physically interrupt legitimate functions of the government, that things can go awry or not your way. And it seems to me that if you actually thought like the Trump regime were Nazis, that you wouldn't do a bunch of the things that these people do.
Right.
Because you would realize then that like getting shot is a possibility. Like you don't even have to be Nazis, clearly, for a police department to shoot you.
No.
Like they can just normal police departments do that to people.
Well, right. And these people obviously don't totally believe that they're not. They believe in the Nazis in the fact that they're not worth the lives of real human beings. But they don't believe in Nazis in that these self-appointed legal advisors and these other pretend members of the press and like fake medics holding water for everybody's eyes. These people don't really believe that they'd be allowed to flit about during tear gas and baton fights with cops. Because the Nazis would just simply shoot everybody and step over them.
Right.
And keep on going. But they do believe that they're somewhat powerful enough because they have an audience of Democrats who will watch the performance and say, oh my goodness, these people are heroes.
But is it like just a main character syndrome thing? Like, do they just think they have plot armor because they're the hero of the TV show that they're starring in? And so like nothing's going to happen to them, obviously, because they're the hero of the story.
I think there's a lot of that. I think there's a lot of, what's it called? Joie de vivre? No. What's it called? Plein de grace? What's it called? Part of the team.
Esprit de corps?
Esprit de corps that's happening. That gives you an extra shot of adrenaline and self-importance and the feeling that any small thing that happens, if the cops fall back for 10 feet, then, oh my God, we're doing it. Oh my goodness, it's really happening. We're really beating back the forces, the fascists. We're doing it. As a community, we work together. There's a bunch of people on the left who are getting together already saying this worked, and Donald Trump blinked because people really got involved with their signal apps and their patrols.
Yeah, first of all, they have all that signal app stuff and they're investigating that. So that's going to get interesting. Second of all, I've already seen a bunch of people do the like more cynical thing too, which is they're like, don't get complacent. They're just like switching out. What's the guy's name? Bovino?
Yes.
The one that they don't like.
Yeah.
And like nothing's going to change. The policy's not going to change. Like they're just doing, what did my friend call it? My high school friend called it like some kind of like symbolic gesture or something. that it's not really a concession and that nothing's really going to change. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. But like I say, like if literally these people getting in the streets and bothering law enforcement get a veto over federal immigration policy, then we are just cooked as a country.
Agreed.
Like, I hope it's a symbolic concession and the Trump administration plans to go, full on ahead with deportations and everything else that they're doing. But
well, now you notice that Minnesota cops are rounding people up and making arrests.
Well, hopefully.
So the things that weren't allowed to happen before, now that they're Minnesota cops, is okay. These aren't the Nazis. It's now okay. And now you see that Fry and Walz could have always done it.
Of course they could have always done it. So yeah, this stuff needs to be allowed to happen, because if you give people that kind of power over your immigration policy, like nobody's ever going to get anything done again. That's like it. But I mean, Trump's very savvy in terms of optics. And I think that's why I think he didn't like this Alex Pretty shooting. I think that's kind of the takeaway. Like, I think he didn't like the optics of it. He doesn't think it looks good. He's not, I don't think he likes the headlines around it, or the public reaction to it. I don't think he likes being the guy where that's happening. That it doesn't fit his vision of himself as president and making America great again.
No, I don't think he likes it either.
The imagery that came out of that and stuff. I don't think that's like what he wants to be seeing.
No, I agree. I don't think he likes destruction. I don't think he likes the instability. I don't think he likes people acting up. But I think that he looks at television and feedback, and I think he's getting feelings from some of the people who are even in his camp about some of the optics. Even though I was fine with it, no problem at all. I am for the law and order. I mean, for frig's sake, it sucks. If you're not doing law and order, then you're letting somebody else get crushed by terrorism and thuggism. Like, you didn't do law and order during George Floyd, and so what did you do? You burned down the black neighborhood. Great. It's like, there's never not a victim to this kind of hands-off and preferential treatment for people. There's never not.
Of course. Okay, people are upset about this wire because it's like showing in the camera. Did it move or something?
It was in the shot. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'll handle that wire later.
Is on better? I don't know. Yeah, I got it off now, but yeah, everything's precarious in this room, guys. It's not. Now it should be off screen. Okay. Sorry about us. That's that camera. That's like Tom's extra camera. I think, has it fallen forward? Is that what's going on with it?
It appears to have fallen
why
forward.
The wire is in the way now? Okay. Well, everything's precarious in this room. But
yeah, it's a little off kilter there. It is fallen. I don't have a watch-a-palooka to feel it. Want me to try to move it?
No, that's what I just fixed it already.
Okay.
Just don't touch anything else.
Use the handle from the chair to fix it. Oh, there. All right. I did have like a little bit of audio, but I'm not going to play it. But there was this audio of, I don't want to play it, but there was this guy who in Minnesota, a couple of women had pictures taken with ice. So this old guy decided to follow them and call them the C word again and again. Mm-hmm. And he's yelling at them like, I don't. There is a certain self, and I've had this even when I would debate people at bars. I went to a bartender about abortion one time, and another guy got in my face at the loading dock, and we all smoked at the loading dock, and it was something about it was also about abortion. He said, "Yeah, oh yeah, well my wife had to whatever when she was 19 having an abortion, she would have been abandoned. And you're telling me she shouldn't? Like, he's being all self-righteous over, like, he's standing up for his wife's honor or something. It's like, we're smoking cigarettes at the loading dock, dude. Please. God. Freaking lighten up. God, people just aren't ready for prime time. And by the way, let the record show that all this crashing out over this stuff has been by Gen X or older. You know, our neighbors who are on the lam now are Gen X people. So this is my generation who freaking went sideways. Can't handle this stuff anymore.
I mean, there's definitely been a lot of blame going around to like millennial moms too.
Ugh. I like that one we played yesterday. Oh, let me play this.
Yeah.
Let me play this one because this girl I do like.
Wait, is this the nurse?
Yes. We are a fan. Let me tell you this. We are a fan. Ready?
I am ready.
This is the nurse. The nurse. Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. Shattuck.
It's definitely there. I just saw
it. It is. Oh, there's a couple good things I have here.
Okay. Would you care to play one of them?
I'm going to play one of them. Here's the nurse. Hola, with this girl. We like her.
I thought of something good. I think it's something weird spot. Sabotage tactic, or at least scare tactic. All the medical providers, grab some syringes with needles on the end. Have them full of saline or succinylcholine. You know, whatever. That will probably be a deterrent. Be safe.
Okay, this is her in her scrubs now from one of the procedure rooms.
Tip, I vote. Anybody got any poison ivy, poison oak in their yard? Get some of that up with gloves, obviously. Get it in some water, like a gallon of water. Get the poison ivy oak water, and I'm gonna put it into a water gun. Aim for faces, hands. Or the single ladies where these ICE guys are going have a chance to do something, you know, not without risk, but could help the cause for sure. Get on Tinder, get on Hinge, find these guys. They're around. If they're an ICE agent, bring some X-Lax and put it in their drinks.
She's full of ideas.
She's attractive, so I'm all for her. The only problem is that if she's insane on this, what else is she insane on? What else is her worldview? By the way, she means this too. Mm-hmm. She is perfectly willing to dox her neighbors. Absolutely. She'll also be shocked. I'm sure she is shocked already. At the reaction she's gotten because Libs of TikTok posted her. Including being fired and being doxxed and all this stuff and seeing the world of stuff happening. So either that will get her scared to death on more anxiety pills and playing the victim either more, or maybe it's just the stun that some people need to take some smelling salts here because you're not made for this. Yeah, but I mean, as people have pointed out, they'd be happy if it happened to you. I mean, she'd be happy if she thinks doing that stuff to ICE agents is totally justified and good. She's expecting only plaudits on social media for saying this stuff. Yeah. So, it doesn't occur to her that, anyone would feel that way about her. People are dead there. I want you to play. I played this. This is a guy. Did you see this guy? He's probably in his late 60s, early 70s. He's got a white beard. He's wearing a very warm sheep's wool. Does sheep have wool? Which one has wool? Yes, sheep have cotton. Who has cotton? Cotton grows on plants. Okay. So anyway, this guy has all the looks of somebody I would hate, but he gives this talk here that's absolutely fantastic. He's called Hambrick Stop the Madness.
Do you know what really happened in Minneapolis? Why 2 people are dead there? What is the hard truth nobody wants to say out loud? Collateral damage. It happens in war. Is Minneapolis a skirmish in a much larger war? The war on the West? Illegal immigration got completely out of control. Untold millions crossed, no assimilation, parallel communities, lawlessness spreading. That's a cultural emergency. When Trump sends federal agents into cities like Minneapolis, that's not random. That's a justified extreme response to an existing extreme situation. The order to ICE is clear. Round up criminal illegals, court-ordered deportations, people who broke the rules that allowed them to stay. This all started years ago when borders stopped mattering and Obama and Biden opened up the floodgates. Now, you drop thousands of agents into a combustible situation. Panic meets authority. Anger meets force. Things explode. 2 people died. That's tragic. But the deaths are indeed collateral damage. That truth stands no matter what the investigation concludes. 2 tragic deaths cannot be allowed to derail saving a nation. Because if we don't act now, there won't be anything left to save. And that would be the real madness.
So this guy said this all in 1 minute and 30 seconds. He has done this before, is my guess. Because what a delivery. He's certainly got to be, has done Shakespearean acting. His quite presence. But that is a great little speech. God, I was so ready to hate him. Okay. Do you want to go to the Shattuck?
I guess, yeah, let's head to the Shattuck.
Let's have something else. You seem distracted.
I'm not distracted.
Yeah, you seem good.
I did want to add, though, have you seen how everyone's like passing around that AI picture of the shooting?
No. Oh, is that the one with the gun to his head?
The one where it's super sharp. Yeah.
With the gun to his head? Okay, yeah, I have seen that.
From behind him. I mean, the thing about it is I've seen both sides sharing it. It's a really obviously AI picture. First of all, none of the video of the event is that clear. So if you see an image or a video that's really clear, your suspicions should be triggered by that, so to speak. But in addition to that, one of the agents in the image is missing a head. So, like, you should probably, like, that should be a clue to you. But both sides I've seen using the image to, like, prove various stuff. Both that, both in defense of Alex Pretty and, like, people are saying in the AI image that they can tell that he was, like, grabbing for his gun and that it's actually, like, his extra thing of ammo that he had or whatever. Like, you can't tell anything from the image because AI makes up a bunch of pixels when it makes these images. We never should have allowed people to have AI because it's annoying. It was like when people did during the Charlie Kirk shooting and they're sharing their, quote, AI enhanced images of the killer, and then afterwards they were like, it looks nothing like the picture of the killer. Yeah, that's because that was a friggin' fake picture made by AI of him. So of course it looks nothing like him. I've lost patience with the world. How do you think Candace Owens is holding up, by the way, now that Kanye has apologized to the Jews?
Oh, has he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he took out an ad in the Wall Street Journal.
Oh, good. Do we still pay for that?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Can you cancel it?
I can't even sign in. Oh, what a situation this is. All right. Let's go. Here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'll be on the main wire TV in just a few minutes. Big State of the State show, Albie.
Nice.
What am I doing?
Dr. Cheswick says from restaurants and cafes.
Restaurants and cafes. What do you mean? Oh, the guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So did we already talk about the fact that Preddy? Oh, he was at other. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, Burn Barrel.
Hey.
I resisted the urge to leave a chat because I thought it was low-hanging fruit, but the episode where Tom soloed happened to coincide with my drive home. And I can't tell you how many times I thought of driving right off the road into the biggest pine tree I could possibly find.
Incorrect.
As he meandered all over the place during that show.
Incorrect.
He did, however, after a good 10 11 minutes. Tie it back to where he started.
Thank you.
It's pretty amazing. I have to give him credit for that.
Thank you.
47.
Thank you, Tommy. I've been paid professional. I'll be in for Grace Curley, I think, this next Monday. As a
Very nice.
matter of fact, it's 12 to 2, Alice. 12 to 2. You be listening?
No.
Okay. Thank you for the support. Oh, which reminds me.
I have a lot going on at work. I will not be listening.
Nobody has anything going on. This is what you have going on right here.
Okay, sorry.
Here's the ad that Steve...
I thought I had a lot going on.
Here's the ad that Steve from Merrimack was talking about yesterday. This ad is absurd. It is, like, who's taking this guy's money in doing this?
I'm James Patterson. I write way too many books. Welcome to Hungry Dogs. The title comes from my maternal grandmother, Isabel Zelvis Morris.
Cutting room floor.
Nan used to always say, hungry dogs run faster, James. And I've been running fast ever since. Here's what will be coming your way soon.
Okay, we're 20 seconds into this. 20 seconds in. We could start now, but this is what's coming up.
This is a really terrific list, I think. You'll hear from some incredible people like Stacey Abrams. Yay!
Oof.
Why yay?
I don't know why yay. I can't imagine a worse way to start than some psycho who still thinks that she's the governor of Georgia and who is like treated like this bastion of knowledge and ethics when she's an election denier.
BJ Novak. Yay!
I mean, I guess he was in The Office, right? He's from around here. I think he's good. I think he's was on The Office, I guess. I mean, I think it might be more yay if it was 20 years ago, but fine.
Kathy Bates, Dolly Parton.
You wonder, by the way, like
Dolly Parton's kind of legit.
It is kind of legit. You wonder if he actually has her, and you wonder actually, like, who. I assume it's not him booking these guests or has any interest, but somebody is making sure that these guests are, I assume, hawking books or something. But there's no connective tissue to any of these people so far, other than yay.
And what's the concept of the show? Just they talk?
It's the dogs, Alice.
Hungry dogs run faster.
Hungry dogs.
Josh Gad and Pope Leo. Okay, maybe not Pope Leo, but who knows? Maybe he'll show up. Hungry dogs run faster. Thank you, Grandma, for turning me into a hopeless, obsessive-compulsive. Listen to Hungry Dogs with James Patterson. That'd be me. On Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm not sure that I'm sold on the show.
Yeah. Like, there was a chance, before I knew it existed, there was no chance that I was going to be listening to Hungry Dogs. Now I know to avoid Hungry Dogs. Yay. Back to the chat, shall we?
Yes.
Where is that?
Did you think of that because Steve from Merrimack's in the chat?
Yeah, but it's also yes, yeah, and I grabbed it today. But it's been haunting me too. Okay, here we go.
Hi, Steve from Merrimack.
Hey, Steve.
This is just a total non sequitur for anything you may be discussing on today's show, but you know what drives me nuts?
No.
When it's lunchtime and you're driving around and you see a place like, let's say, a Cane's, and they specialize in chicken fingers.
Oh, Raising Cane's, that is. It should be shut down, made illegal.
And you don't feel like having chicken fingers, but you want to see if maybe they've got a healthier option. You go on the app and you hit website, and then you have to go and start an order before you can even look at the menu.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you do that. But then even before you can start your order, you have to fill in biographical information. It drives me nuts. I just want an effing menu.
No.
Okay? And Cane's, by the way, you lost a customer for life.
Good.
No healthy options, and your website's a pain in the ass. Thank you.
They
suck.
not only have no healthy options.
They only have one option.
There's only one option. There's no options at all. You can have chicken fingers, or you can have chicken fingers between bread.
Yeah.
That's all they have. There's there's nothing there.
We should remember for this for the Michelle show. Yeah, it's an affront. I hate Cane's. I've always hated Cane's.
Oh, the irony. Every one of my woke neighbors, I even have one that flies a
Earth Day flag, a globe flag, all the time. Every one of them, to a person, they either own a gas-powered snowblower or flag guy has someone plow his driveway in their F-350 diesel pickup.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, how convenient it must be to be a progressive. Ugh, pukes.
Couldn't be
Hope
me.
they get snowed in next time and have to eat their way through the snow.
I spent
Easy,
6
Tom.
hours after
It's
yesterday's
not going to fill your
podcast.
belly.
Hey, Tim, you're so right about that. That is a great observation.
Mm-hmm.
Like our entire road up here, the side road, they have legions of landscaping teams that descend upon their houses.
Landscapers,
They're
gas-powered outdoor appliances, absolutely.
11
but,
landscaping trucks at once make their way up the street.
But same with like plowing and all the things.
But but they have the right yard signs too. That's a great catch.
Live reaction to what's going on right now.
Yes.
On the Patreon. Tom just stated, I get a lot of sound. I'm not going to play it. I get a lot of sound. I'm not going to play it. I'll just describe it. Commences to describe the first sound clip. Then we get to the, oh, hang on a second. I need to play this sound. Then can't play the sound. Then finally plays the sound. And now we're on a third sound clip that was not being played. It's no big deal one way or the other, Shattuck. But for Christ's sakes, would you take a path and stick to it? Alice, you need to put more of that sound in, what did you call it? The do not play or the no sound folder, so Tom can't find it.
It's not a bad idea to know beforehand whether or not to play the sound. I wanted to play the nurse and I wanted to play the hungry dogs or the running dogs, whatever it was. I knew that. By the way, speaking of sound, nice to have Kirk Minahan back today. Alice, going to be back once a week. Be nice. A little change. Eh? Okay, Alice, try not to get too excited. Jesus. I'll tell you. You've got more shoveling to do, by the way.
I know. I have a whole other car to shovel out. I did 6 hours yesterday.
I'll catch
in
a
the
heart
dark.
attack if I do it.
After yesterday's podcast, till 2 a.m, I was shoveling our driveway. So
should have started earlier in the day.
I know, but I was working. So, but yeah, I got another car to get out, and a little cleanup to do because you ran over some of the sides on your way up. So, anyway, thank you so much.
Hold on. No.
Okay.
It's because Alice Shattuck decided to put our trash barrel in front of the path, so I couldn't get up the drive. It's an Alice Shattuck story. Oh.
I told you.
No, if I'm going to get up this driveway, Alice, especially when it's ice and snow, I'm going to need to gun it. So I need some room to get up. I can't foots around there.
Okay, I didn't have a spot to put the trash barrel. I tried to tell you this last night, that I could not lift the trash barrel onto the 8-foot mountain of snow that was in front of our house because it's one of those huge, automated pickup things, and I there was no way I couldn't do it. So I tried to put it at the bottom of the driveway this morning, but I missed it.